Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, but I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, but I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up. Fine. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Tennessee Titans. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the double. 58, come on. Come, baby, come, baby.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Brown. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run right side with Hunt. That one good for 33 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A give, running right is Mack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw, Bridgewater. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set, 280, Omaha, ready, move.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time out of Chubb, 51 yards. They run again on first down, Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. They find some open field here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
You ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
On 2nd and 15 now. Bridgewater. John Brown's got it complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
58, come on. 58, come on.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Me and you. Hey, alert 3.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And able to find John Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, it's Hill, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points in this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's get it. On the ready. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. And 58 is Mike. 58 is on the right.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. He can run for it, and now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Stay 50. 57. Mike, 57. Get that quarterback.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A give running right is Chubb. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's complete to Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And again, it's Bridgewater. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You got nothing. Sponge. So here.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. Watch the shift.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It got his man, complete, past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Bridgewater to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Red 80. Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
A run for Nick Chubb. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got him. Hey, Charlie. Mike 57. 32.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is Floyd, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Hey, Alpha. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the shot.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They run. Chubb. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nick Chubb, 29 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Let's make these babies back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Here's Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They run it again with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb, 46 yards. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Titans 40, Buccaneers 9.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We'll check on his status when we get back. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Be ready, be ready. Rico, 58 to Mike. There's a party now.
Throwing on second down. Bridgewater. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it, baby.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Bridgewater to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a tipped carry for Melvin Gordon. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.